Buenos dias. Today we're looking at Math 7 notes for probability of dependent events. So first off, in order to do that, we need to take a review on looking at what independent events were. Remember from last lesson, independent events are events where the outcomes do not affect each other. So examples that we gave of that were like a coin flip and rolling a dice. And that's because whatever happens when I flip that coin has no effect on the outcome of what happens when I roll the dice. Getting heads or tails isn't going to affect what happens when I roll a number cube. We also looked at an example of this yesterday, or last lesson, with this candy bag here. We had all these candies, and the two candies were being chosen from the bag, and after the first candy is replaced in the bag, that is the key part. Those are the key words that you're looking for with independent events. With replacement. It matters. So dependent events then are where the outcome of the first event does affect what happens in the next events. For example, picking a marble from a bag and then drawing a second marble without replacing the first marble. Keywords, as you can see from the highlights, are without replacement. Without replacement. And why does this matter? This matters because if you are not replacing the marble in the bag, that changes the total number of outcomes. There's one less outcome. If I start off with 10 marbles in the bag and I've picked one of those marbles, that leaves me with only 9 when I'm going back in to take that second marble, and that changes things. Picking 1 out of 10 is different from picking 1 out of 9. So there's one less outcome. Okay, so how do we find the probability of dependent events? Just like we found the probability of independent events, the probability of event A times the probability of event B after A has already happened. So we're using that multiplication because of that keyword of and. We're looking for the probability of event A and event B.